All right, so an update on the burner car. I fixed everything I can think of. I drove it around, it's doing good. I got the AC compressor done because I looked at it and the front bearing blew out of it or something. I don't know how it didn't just fall off. I replaced the power steering pump because, well, when you start spending money, you might as well. I replaced the fan belt because if I'm taking it all off, I might as well. But then when I looked into the air conditioner, the the condenser across the front, the bottom of it was all crumbly. But in order to get the condenser off, you have to pull the whole bumper off. And when I took the whole bumper off, I said, well, the fans weren't working, remember? So I'll replace the fans, but I have to take the radiator out, and the bottom of the radiator was crumbly also. Don't know how it wasn't leaking. So I have new fan, new radiator, new condenser, new dryer, new compressor for the AC. I put new spark plugs in it. Those are good. The spark plugs looked okay, just 160,000 mile plugs, so they're kind of worn out. I got a new air cleaner on it. I got brand new shiny tires. The other ones were, I think, 20 years old from what I could get on the date. And yeah, trying to find a couple rattles. Now the AC is blowing cold. The car runs pretty smooth. The tires feel good. I don't know my fuel economy yet because I haven't really driven it, but I think the burner car is going to be okay. It's going to take a minute to get to learn to drive it. I've stalled it a couple times. Oh, the battery. The terminals are bad, but so there's a lot of halfway mechanic work on this thing apparently, and it's from back east. I knew it was from back east when I saw the rust, but I still bought it because I'm an idiot and I do stuff like that. I was hoping to spend $1,000. I'm going to break two, but $6,000, $6,500 for a car that's hopefully reliable for the next couple of years, cheaper than a down payment on a new car. I still got to fix the battery terminals. They just had like wire smashed in there and hammered down and it came loose on me. I still got to fix, I don't remember. I'm getting new keys. They only came with one key. So when you buy a burner car, everything adds up. Everything you do adds up. It takes more out of it. You kind of lose money. But I feel that this car will get me through. The insurance people came by for the Coronet, and they basically were like, we don't know what to do. And I said, just give me a whole bunch of money. I'll be happy. And they're like, well, that's not how it works. And I was like, nah, I tried. So hopefully this car will work for me for a long time now. It's doing pretty good today. Everything's running nice and cold. The fans, everything's working. So I'm happy. It's just a matter of, oh yeah, brakes. I forgot. The rear brakes. The guy said he did brakes and bearings. He did rear bearings. They're brand new and shiny. The brakes, I went to bleed them because they felt a little funny. I think I remember saying that. Well, you couldn't bleed them because the bleeder was stripped. And if the bleeder's stripped on the slave cylinder or wheel cylinder, then you can't bleed brakes. So they took it apart, stuck it back together with new pads and old drums, and just halfwayed the whole thing, which was completely a waste of time, but I had to put brand new brakes on the back end. Now that they're bled, brakes are good. So don't do halfway stuff when you fix a car. It adds a lot more anger and stress to the next guy. So hopefully the burner car will do good. I'll give you an update later this week on how it does fuel-wise and if it leaves me stranded. If it leaves me stranded, it might be a blown-up car. You never know how my temper can go. Thank you for watching. You guys have fun.